They're off. And trotting for the outside, Uncle Ruckus away for the lead. Gold Digger came away cleanly in second. Making a break is at the back is My Own Road as they head into the far turn. And it's Uncle Ruckus who has the lead by a length at a quarter over Gold Digger, who is second. It's a length and 3/4 back to RT Gratitude. And the back marker after the miscue, My Own Road. So Uncle Ruckus, the 5-year-old gelding by Uncle Peter, with over $160,000 in the bank, is up by a length and a quarter. In the pocket, racing in second is Gold Digger. For Scott Betts, it's a gap of 2 to RT Gratitude in third. And My Own Road is the distant trailer. They got to the quarter in 29 seconds flat as they move into the clubhouse turn and over to the half. And it's Uncle Ruckus and Jesse Barnard with the lead. Leading by a length and a quarter. Gold Digger tightens down in the pocket while second as they're off a half at 58 and 1. As they move into the backstretch, 28 and 4 in that quarter. And off stride was Gold Digger. Gold Digger is on a break. So as they move up the backstretch, it's Uncle Ruckus who has a 3-length lead over RT Gratitude second. Gold Digger still advancing while off stride on the outside. Now Scotty gets him back down trotting as they trot to 3/4. Uncle Ruckus a length at a quarter to the good, and the high-stepping RT Gratitude now floats out of the pocket. 3/4 in 128 and 1, 30 flat in that panel as they head into the far turn. Uncle Ruckus ahead to the good. RT Gratitude is on the outside with Gold Digger third, and My Own Road as they come to the top of the stretch. Uncle Ruckus and RT Gratitude will throw down with a 1/16 of a mile left to go. Uncle Ruckus is in front. RT Gratitude being asked to improve on the outside, but Uncle Ruckus is too good, and Uncle Ruckus going to win by a length at a quarter. RT Gratitude will be second, then came Gold Digger, and My Own Road, the distant trailer, 158 and 3. And they're off. From the outside, Century Hefner, Hungry to Succeed, and Stingman away for the lead. Stage Act came away cleanly, but has tired back to fifth as they head into the first turn. And up on the outside, Case Bateson and Stingman. Move to the front, Case Bateson winning the first ever bicycle challenge. On Father's Day, he's up by 3 lengths here as they head into the far turn for the first time. Hungry to Succeed. 6-year-old gelding by Stay Hungry with $61,000 in the bank is gapping from in a second. Moving up third is Century Hefner for Christian Myers. It's a length and 3/4 back to Chill Pill. It's a length and a half back to Trump and Elon. Stage Act is next to clear of Patriot Way, and Canaanite is the trailer. It's Stingman on the engine here. Up by 4 lengths. This is a 3-year-old gelding by Perfect Sting. The Brittany Farms bred, 6 wins with 11 starts at over $55,000 in the bank. Stingman has opened up a 6-length lead here. Opening quarter was 28 and 3. The half was 56 and 4. And it's Stingman who moves into the far turn up by 7 lengths. Hungry to Succeed is all out from in second. Then Century Hefner in third. 3/4, 123 and 4. Stingman putting on a show here. Stingman is up by 8 lengths. Hungry to Succeed is all out from in second. It's a gap of 3 back to a Chill Pill. And then comes Trump and Elon. But it's Stingman. Stingman, much the best here. Stingman. After racing the New Jersey Sire Stakes Silver event, is going to be home a winner in 150 and 4. Wow, Stingman, 150 and 4, winning by about 12 lengths in the end. Hungry to Succeed was second, and then came Chill Pill in third.
Two-year-old trotters on gate 4, race 3. They're off from the inside. The 1, Jasmine's Range, going out for the early lead. Outside the 3, Irish Legacy to challenge in second. Farther outside to the 5, Line of Credit. 3 wide into the turn for the lead. Among these 2-year-old trotting fillies, give it to Irish Legacy. As they race around the turn, Jasmine's Range will move up the inside second. Line of Credit on the outside third. Fourth is the 2, Dublin's Madonna. Sitting in fifth is the 7, Ant Indy. Sixth, That's the 4 Aldiva Hanover, and the 6 Blythe Hanover is at the back in 7th. By the first quarter marker in 30 2/5, 30 2/5 for that opening quarter. Sean Johnston and Irish Legacy tow this field by the stands for the first time. Jasmine's Range sitting in second. That's Line of Credit third. For this Dublin's Madonnas, they race into the turn fifth. That's Ant Indy. Sixth is Aldiva Hanover, and racing seventh is Blythe Hanover. Round the turn over to the halfway point. Irish Legacy on top. 101 for the half. 101 flat for the half. Irish Legacy takes the field down the backside. Has led it every step of the way. This 2-year-old filly by Il Mago. Trained and driven by Sean Johnston up front for now, but to the outside from third, here comes Dean Collins and Line of Credit. Dublin's Madonna will follow the cover, as does Ant Indy and Blythe Hanover. 3 in, 4 out, moving on the outside as the field moves past that 3-quarter marker in 132 4. 132 4/5 for 3 quarters. Irish Legacy responds on the inside. Won't let Line of Credit pass. Dublin's Madonna now in a 3-wide path. 4 wide. Here comes Ant Indy. Top of the stretch. They turn for home. 2-year-old filly trotters putting on a show. 5 across for the lead to the inside. Here comes Jasmine's Range. Outside, Ant Indy. Jasmine's Range inside. Dublin's Madonna up there too. Ant Indy and Jasmine's Range even at the line in 2:03 1.
Wow.
They're off in race number 4. Few of them going out for the lead to the inside. It's the 2 midwind tea time between horses. The 4, Think We're Alone Now. Outside the 5, Western Night Sky puts a nose in front as the field dives into that first turn. Outside the 4th is the 6, Sea Surge. Away 5th is the 1, Midnight Renegade, and 6th is the 3, Philly Rizzuto. Mike Wilder and Western Night Sky will get to the front, single file. Now head past the opening quarter marker to the outside. Here comes the 6, Sea Surge. 30 4 for the first quarter, 30 4/5 for the opening quarter. Here comes Sea Surge, and Chris Lambs on to take the lead. Will blow by Western Night Sky. Now back to second. Third is Think We're Alone Now. They race into the turn. 4th is Midwind Tea Time. Around that turn over to the halfway point. 5th is Midnight Renegade. And 6th, that's Philly Rizzuto. 1 minute and 1/5 for the half. 1 minute, 1/5 for the half as the top 2 have opened up on the rest of the field. Western Night Sky, 3 lengths off the leader, Sea Surge. Trying to close up in third is Think We're Alone Now. 4th is Midwind Tea Time. That's Midnight Renegade to the inside. 6th now as Philly Rizzuto goes by on the outside. By 3 quarters and 129 2, 129 2/5 for 3 quarters, 29 1 for that backside. Sea Surge turning up the heat. But Western Night Sky is up for the challenge, able to keep pace with the 6, top of the stretch. They turn for home. Sea Surge now pouring it on. Western Night Sky fading a bit in second. They're 3 wide for third. Nice close from Philly Rizzuto and Midwind Tea Time, but it's Sea Surge in front in 1, 57 3. 6, 5, 2, and a photo as Sea Surge brings it home in 57 2.
Sea Surge, the daughter of Down by the Seaside.
Two-year-old trotters are underway in race 5. Out to the early lead goes the 5, River Cole. Outside, there goes the 7, Glowing Acceptance. Way third on the outside is the 6, Walks the Fire. To the inside, 4th is the 3, Brad. 5th is the 1, Deep Pockets. Away 6th is the 2, Magic Musk. At the back, 7th is the 4, Sirocco. Vernon Beachy and Glowing Acceptance clear to the front. They will control the fractions in this race. 5, River Cole sits in the pocket second. Third is Walks the Fire as they'll head by the opening quarter marker in 31 4, 31 4/5 for that first quarter. It's Glowing Acceptance with the lead. River Cole sits in second. Third is Walks the Fire. Brad trots in 4th, 5th. That's Deep Pockets, followed by Magic Musk 6th, and Sirocco in 7th. Single file, this field of 2-year-old Colton Gelding trotters race into the turn over to the halfway point. Glowing Acceptance is on top by the half in 102 3/5, 102 3 for the half as they're on to the backside. Movement from third to the outside. Here comes the 6, Walks the Fire. We'll get by the 5, River Cole for second, and goes after the leader, who goes off stride. Off stride goes the 7, Glowing Acceptance, and the 2, Magic Musk as well. Couple of breaks heading to the 3/4. That will turn the lead over to Walks the Fire, who's by that marker in 132 2, 132 2/5, 29 4. For that backside, it's Walks the Fire with the lead. River Cole is right there second. Trying to close up some ground third is Brad. At the top of the stretch, they'll turn for home. It's Walks the Fire with the lead. River Cole going to finish second. Brad has third locked up, but it's Walks the Fire in front in 2 minutes, 1/5. Six, 5, 3, 1. Two-year-old Pacer set to go, race 6. And they're away. That's the 2 Classic Cruiser looking for the front early, but on the outside, Rock and Roll on the Sand and Chris Page will take over the top spot. Way third is the 3, Stays at Super 8. Outside fourth is the 7, Joey Bananas. Fifth is the 1, Crunch Monster. And into the turn, 6th is the 4, Poppy Joe. Around the turn at the back, 7th is Drama Coach. Single file, this field of 7 by the first quarter in 31 1, 31 1/5 for the first quarter. Rock and Roll on the Sand for the Burke stable. Down by the Seaside Colt, making his second start. Toes the field into the turn over to the halfway point. It's Rock and Roll on the Sand with the lead. Closing the gap back up in second is Stays at Super 8. Followed by a Classic Cruiser in third. By the half in 101 4. 101 4/5 for the half. As the field moves on to the backside. Racing fourth is Joey Bananas. Then it got back to Crunch Monster fifth, who will now be overtaken by Poppy Joe. Moving up to fifth, and off stride at the back is Drama Coach. Top 4 have broken away. They are still chasing Rock and Roll on the Sand by 3/4 in 131 1. 131 1/5 for 3/4, 29 2 on the backside. Round the final turn, coming to the outside is Joey Bananas. Going to challenge a Classic Cruiser for third. There at the top of the stretch, they turn for home. Poppy Joe has closed up some ground as well. Now looking to take fourth on the inside. But in this last sprint home, it's going to be Stays at Super 8 in second, and Rock and Roll on the Sand taking the win in race 6 in a time of 1:59. Two-year-old trotters in position, race 7. They're off. There goes the 3, Naughty Garland, out for the early lead. The inside, the 1, What an Episode, going for second. Outside, the 4, Midwind Getaway. Further outside to the 5, Flight Hanover. 3 wide into that first turn between the 3, 4, and 5. It's Flight Hanover and Tom Severchek going out for the early lead. Into second goes Midwind Getaway. Inside third is Naughty Garland. Way fourth was the 1, What an Episode. Fifth, that's Fox Valley Abacus, and sixth is Debt Free. Round the first turn by that first quarter marker in 30 seconds even for the first quarter. Flight Hanover strides out to about a 4-length lead now over Midwind Getaway, who's playing catch-up on the outside in second. Third, that's Naughty Garland. Racing fourth is What an Episode. Fifth is Fox Valley Abacus, and sixth, that's Debt Free. As they race into the turn over to the halfway point, Flight Hanover controls the fractions. 1 minute for the half. 1 minute for that half as they race around the turn. Down the backside they go. Midwind Getaway in that outside path is now pulling up alongside and going for the lead. Inside third is Naughty Garland. Taking the cover fourth is Debt Free as Naughty Garland now finds some room, and they'll go 3 wide into the turn. 3 wide for the lead over to 3/4. Debt Free is going to follow the 3 Naughty Garland by 3/4 and 131 and 1. 131, 1/5 for 3/4. Round that final turn, they are coming from everywhere. Now Fox Valley Abacus shakes loose to the outside. They're 3 wide for the lead. Top of the stretch coming home. It's Flight Hanover inside. Between horses, Naughty Garland, but Debt Free is going to clear them all and get the win. Fox Valley Abacus up for second. Debt Free scores the victory in 2 minutes, 4/5. Two-year-old Pacers lined up for the 8th. They're off from the outside. The 6 Medhurst out for the early lead. Between horses, the 4 Cannonball Coming. Inside the 1 Betworthy is away third. The inside fourth is the 3 Caribbean Mickey. Outside fifth, that's the 7 Nice and Hungry. Now moving up to fourth. Sixth is the 5 Brilliant Hanover. And seventh is the 2 Darkest Truth. Around that first turn, it's Medhurst and Justin Walters showing the way. Cannonball Coming racing in second by the first quarter in 31 and 1, 31 1/5 for the opening quarter. By the stands for the first time, Medhurst in control. Racing second is Cannonball Coming. Moving on the outside, taking over third. Here comes Caribbean Mickey all the way to the lead. Caribbean Mickey and Chris Lems to the front. Big move as they will clear into the turn. Now back to second is Medhurst. Third is Cannonball Coming. Fourth, that's Betworthy. Racing fifth is Nice and Hungry. Sixth is Brilliant Hanover. And seventh is Darkest Truth. They went by the half in 101 and 3. 101, 3/5 for the half as the pace has picked up down the backside. Caribbean Mickey with the lead. In second now is Medhurst trying to close that gap up. Out moving outside, taking over third. Here comes Nice and Hungry, gaining ground on the leaders. Cannonball Coming now back to fourth. Outside fifth, looking for fourth. Here comes Brilliant Hanover. Inside sixth, Betworthy. Seventh is Darkest Truth. They're a bit spaced out. They went by 3/4 in 130 and 1. 130, 1/5 for 3/4. 28 and 3 for that backside. Top of the stretch, they turn for home. Caribbean Mickey has it all under control. Medhurst trying to hang on to second, but Nice and Hungry goes by on the outside. Brilliant Hanover trying to close up in fourth. Coming home, it's all Caribbean Mickey in front in 1. 58 and 2. 3-7-6-5. And then a 4-1-2 across the wire in race number 8. Two-year-old trotters are underway in the 9th. On the outside, the 7 Lick Holiday going out for the early lead. 4 Classy Cosmos is away second. Off stride in third goes the 6 Aunt Sally. The 6 has made a break. 2 Money Deficit rolls into the turn third. Away fourth is the 3 Marcy Mom. Fifth on the outside is the 5 Faithful Hanover. Sixth is the 1 Skyline Sassy Girl. And back trotting at the rear is the 6 Aunt Sassy. Single file past the opening quarter marker in 32 and 1. 32, 1/5 for that first quarter. 7 Lick Holiday and Brady Brown on the engine for trainer Miles Wallum. What the Hill filly making her career debut. She's up front, getting that clean air in first place. Classy Cosmos sits in the pocket seconds. Money Deficit in third. Now head into the turn fourth is Marzimum. Fifth, that is Faithful Hanover. Sixth is Skyline Sassy Girl. And seventh, trying to catch up, is Aunt Sassy. They went by the half in 103 and 1. 103 and 3. 103 3/5 for the half. was off stride, went to 5. Faithful Hanover moving up on the outside is the 3 Marzimum, but it's still 7 Lick Holiday with the lead. Marzimum closing on the outside, going to pull alongside the leader. Classy Cosmos stays to the inside third. They went by 3/4 in 134. 134 for 3/4. Round the final turn. It's 7 Lick Holiday with the lead. Marzimum on the outside to challenge in second. Passing lane. Here comes Classy Cosmos. Farther outside to the 2 Money Deficit. 7 Lick Holiday holding firm on the front. Classy Cosmos trying to close in to get second, but 7 Lick Holiday gets the win in 2:03 and 1. Two-year-old Pacers lined up, race 10. They're off. It's the 6. Keep It To Yourself going out for the early lead. The 2 Dark Sunkissed away second. Inside third is the 1 She Be. Outside fourth, that's the 4 Seaside Sweetie now moving up to third. Away fifth is the 5 Well Intentioned. Outside 6 is the 7 Salzgill Hanover, and at the back in 7th is the 3 Sweetest One. Around that first turn, they'll trip the timer for that first quarter. Keep It To Yourself is there in 32 seconds. 32 seconds for the first quarter. By the stands for the first time, Dark Sunkissed sits in second. Third is Seaside Sweetie. Racing fourth, that's SSGB. Fifth, that's Well Intentioned. Sixth is Salzgill Hanover. And 7th is Sweetest One. Into the turn and over to the halfway point. It's Keep It To Yourself and Kyle Bolin in command. Racing second is Dark Sunkissed, about 5 lengths off the leader by the half in 1:02 and 3. 1:02 and 3 for the half. Racing third is Seaside Sweetie trying to close that gap up to second. Here comes Well Intentioned in fourth. Now up to fifth is Salzgill Hanover. Sixth is SSGB, and outside 7. Here comes Sweetest One. Seaside Sweetie. A little sweep by Dark Sunkissed for second as they are running down leader. Keep It To Yourself. Side by side for third. Here comes Well Intentioned. We'll take that spot away now by 3/4 in 133. 133 for 3/4. Around the final turn, Seaside Sweetie isn't slowing down. Now draws even with the leader. Keep It To Yourself. 3 wide path for Well Intentioned. Top of the stretch. They turn for home. Keep It To Yourself will relent. It's Seaside Sweetie now with the lead. Well Intentioned continuing to close as well. Seaside Sweetie, Well Intentioned. Seaside Sweetie gets the win in 2:02 and 1. 4-5-7-2. Across the line in race number 10. Seaside Sweetie came from a long way back. 2-year-old Trotters at the gate for the 11th. They're off. Here comes the 5. Way Too Easy going for the front early. Mr. Liberty away second. Outside going for third is the 6 Serge Garcia. Inside fourth, that's the 1 Leroy Hanover. Fifth is the 3 Don Julio. And 6th, that's TSM Dardar Sweetie. Single file round the first turn. It's Way Too Easy and Justin Walters finding the front first. Racing second is Mr. Liberty. Third, that's Serge Garcia. Leroy Hanover follows in fourth. Fifth is Don Julio, and 6th, TSM Dardar's Sweetie. Opening quarter in 31 and 4, 31 and 4/5 for that first quarter. Through the lane the first time, number 5, Way Too Easy. Second start after a 4th here last week in 2:06. Shows the way for Justin Walters, trainer Matt Burkholder. Into the turn second, that's for Mr. Liberty. Serge Garcia following in third. Fourth is Leroy Hanover. Fifth, Don Julio. 6th, TSM Dardar's Sweetie. Nose to tail by the half in 1:03 and 4. 1:03 and 4 for the half. 32 seconds for the second panel. They'll pick it up a bit down the backside. Way Too Easy in control to the outside. Here comes Serge Garcia. Going to challenge Mr. Liberty for second. Leroy Hanover keeping up in fourth. Few lengths back to Don Julio 5th. TSM Dardar Sweetie in 6th. 2-year-old Colton Gelding Trotters by 3/4 and 133 and 2. 133 and 2 for 3/4. 29 and 3 for that backside. Way too easy. Holding on to the lead so far. Serge Garcia has a nose in front for second on the outside as they turn for home. Mr. Liberty going to drag race with Serge Garcia for second. Leroy Hanover will watch from fourth. Coming home, it's way too easy in front in 2:02, 2/5. 5, 4, 6, 1. And a 3 and a 2. That is how they come across the line in race 11. 2-year-old Pacers on gate for race 12. And they're off. It's the 6. Good Thing out for the early lead. Inside the 1, Money Crunch going for second. Away third, that's the 2, Cha-Cha. Outside fourth, here comes the 5, Juniper. Now taking over third. Fifth is the 3, Dancing Mickey. And sixth, that's the 4, Gillette. Juniper and Mike Wilder will settle into third instead of rolling on to the front. That will go to Good Thing and Chris Lambs. They'll lead this field over to the opening quarter marker. Money Crunch sitting in second. 30 and 4 for the first quarter. 30 and 4/5 seconds for quarter number 1. By the stands for the first time, it's Good Thing with the lead. Racing second is Money Crunch. Third is Juniper. Cha-Cha follows in fourth. Fifth is Dancing Mickey. And sixth is Gillette. A bit spaced out, but single file. They'll race into the turn. Top 2 with a nice little gap over third place Juniper. It's Good Thing by the half in 1 minute and 2/5. 1 minute, 2/5 for the half. 29 and 3 for the second quarter. They'll take to the backside. Good Thing with the lead. Now got a couple lengths between her and Money Crunch. A couple more lengths back to Juniper in third. Fourth is Cha-Cha. Fifth, that's Dancing Mickey. And sixth is Gillette. Starting to tighten up a bit now. To the outside, here comes the 3, Dancing Mickey. Takes over fourth, goes for third. Off stride goes the 4, Gillette by 3/4 in 130. 130 for 3/4, another 29 and 3 fraction there on the backside. Good Thing still with the lead. Money Crunch still in second. Dancing Mickey has closed the gap in third. Top of this stretch, they turn for home. Good Thing has the lead. Money Crunch with a nice close. Going to close up a bit on Good Thing. Dancing Mickey going to get third, but the winner, Good Thing, in 1:58. 6, 1, 3, 2, 5, 4. Across the line, 28 seconds for that last quarter. Came home in 57 and 3. Fractions there on your screen. 2-year-old Trotters set for the 13th. They're off. It's the 2, Love You Caviar, going for the early lead. Outside the 7, Unseen Fortune. Between horses, third is the 6, Skyline Crumb Cake. Inside fourth is the 1, Gold Money Hanover. Away fifth is the 5, Secret Cilia. Sixth is the 3, Range Queen. Seventh, that's the 4, Saltwater Taffy. Around the first turn, Unseen Fortune doesn't want to sit. Goes to the outside. Vernon Beachy will take the front with Unseen Fortune. 31 and 1 for the first quarter. 31, 1/5 for that opening quarter. Love You Caviar slides back to second. Third is Skyline Crumb Cake. And it's Gold Money Hanover. Fourth, followed by Secret Cilia in fifth. Sixth is Range Queen in trotting. Seventh is Saltwater Taffy. Single file into the turn. They'll race over to the half. Unseen Fortune with the lead. Sitting in second, Love You Caviar. Third is Skyline Crumb Cake. By the half in 1:01 and 1, 1:01, 1/5 for the half. 30 seconds even for the second quarter. Down the backside they go. Unseen Fortune on top. Love You Caviar is second. Third is Skyline Crumb Cake. A couple lengths of Gold Money Hanover. Fourth to the outside, fifth. Here comes Secret Cilia taking over fourth. Sixth is Range Queen. Seventh is Saltwater Taffy. Secret Cilia and Chris Lambs sweeping by on the outside. Now up to third, going after second as they're by 3/4 and 130 and 4. 130, 4/5 for 3/4. Round the final turn. Secret Cilia Continuing to close in on the leader, Unseen Fortune, top of the stretch. They'll turn for home. Unseen Fortune still has the lead, side by side for second between Love You Caviar and Secret Zelia, who's now really closing on the outside. Secret Zelia is going to get the win in this one. Unseen Fortune second. Secret Zelia across the line first in 2 minutes. 5-7-2-6. And a 1-3-5-4. They're off from the outside. It's the 6, Mind on My Money, away first. Second to the inside is the 5, Crescent. Away third is the 3, Rugged Charm. Fourth to the inside is the 1, In Transit. Outside fifth, that's the 4, Hey Hollywood. Sixth is the 2, I'm From the Country. Race around the turn. It's Chris Lems in Mind on My Money on the engine. Racing second, that's Crescent. 2 Beachy Horses up front early in race 14. The first quarter marker in 32 and 2, 32 2/5 for the first quarter. Single file through the lane for the first time. Mind on My Money in front. Crescent is second. Racing third is Rugged Charm. Couple lengths to In Transit fourth. I'm From the Country is fifth. And trotting in sixth is Hey Hollywood. Into the turn, they'll race over to the halfway point. Mind on My Money in command. Crescent still in second. Third is Rugged Charm as they move past the half in 102 and 1. 102 1/5 for the half. 29 and 4 for the second panel. They'll race down the backside. Still Mind on My Money on top. Crescent still right there second. Rugged Charm not far behind in third. In Transit fourth, and I'm From the Country fifth. These 5 starting to tighten up at the front. Hey Hollywood still in sixth as their single file past 3 quarters in 132 and 3. 132 3/5 for 3 quarters. 30 and 2 for that backside. They're pretty much nose to tail now around the last turn. Still Mind on My Money in front. Crescent second. No one's really made a move yet. Here comes I'm From the Country to the outside as they turn for home. Mind on My Money steps on the gas pedal. Will draw away from the field. Rugged Charm challenges Crescent for second, but it's Mind on My Money in front. Rugged Charm second. Crescent third. Time for the mile, 2:01 3/5. See the fractions there on your screen as Mind on My Money, wire to wire.